Hi guys, so finally I've received my letter with the results of my MRI. So I'm very thankful that there's nothing wrong structurally. Again, there's no abnormalities within the brain or down my spinal cord, which is fantastic. There's a little bit of structural damage within the discs of my vertebrae and within the vertebrae itself, which could point to some of the symptoms or could be a reason why I'm experiencing sort of numbness and tingling and all that sort of stuff, which it's difficult, isn't it? Because you're waiting for these results for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're almost kind of like adamant that you've got either MS, for example, which I thought I had MS. Still can't be ruled out because the symptoms are so very similar to MS and stuff, and even Neuro said that as well. But I was waiting 8 weeks for this letter, and 8 weeks of uncertainty, little bit of anxiety. Obviously, it's going to happen, but you're almost expecting something to show on that because of your symptoms and stuff like that. But what I'm getting at is that I think many of us with FND, I've seen it online, and many of us with FND believe we have some other form of neurological condition such as MS or Parkinson's, or there's many others. There's many other neurological conditions which mimic FND or FND mimics them. So FND is basically like an umbrella of many of the neurological conditions, which is so frustrating. As someone who suffers with so many different kind of symptoms, mentally, physically, in so many other ways, it's so frustrating. And I know you guys feel the same because you've probably been through the whole of the same treatment and the same kind of appointments and expectations, all that sort of stuff. So I feel like in this moment now, I need to change my thought process about it all. And obviously, it's fantastic news. There's nothing seriously wrong within the nervous system, or something that's physically visible, which brings me to the point of FND and how I feel like we're kind of shoved in a box because the professionals can't see what is wrong with us. They can't see it on a scan, so it doesn't make sense. But why can't there be something wrong without anything clearly showing? That's my point. You can always, like a computer system, you've got the hard drive and you've got the software. And in that software, there's going to be issues within that makes the computer stop working. And you might not be able to diagnose it because you can't see what's going on. So that's the point with FND, is the fact that you can't see what's going on within the nervous system, within those little wires. It takes one of those tiny little wires to go out of place. That's the human body. The human body is just a remarkable ball of science. We're just a ball of energy. And if something of that, like that, goes out of joint, out of place, then we suffer. We suffer in suffering frustration because we want our old life back. And no matter how many times we think that, oh, I'm feeling okay today, let's go for a walk, a long walk or a jog or whatever. And if we try it, we might feel okay at the time. But if we overdo it, then we pay the next day, or we pay for another week, we pay for another month. The symptoms come and hit us, around the face. You might not be able to walk properly. It is scary. It really is scary. And I know some of you guys feel like you haven't been treated very well. You're disbelieved. you're told that it's all in your head. It's such a shame, and all I'm saying is you've got to self-advocate yourself. Keep going to the doctors. If you get new symptoms, don't let them say it's because of your FND. If you get new pain, don't let them tell you it's because of FND, because it may not be. Yes, it may trigger your FND symptoms, but whatever's causing it, there's a reason why you're in pain. So, like the little bits in my neck, I've got damage down in, I know now, all down my cervical spine. I've got some damage down in my thoracic spine and in my lumbar spine, which all in all could set off little nerves, and because of our nervous system with FND, we're on fire all the time. We're hypersensitive. So it takes one little thing to set off something trivial, like being unable to walk, unable to see. Even I know people who have gone blind or partial sighted. It's affecting my hearing, the way I talk, the way I swallow, the fatigue. It's just crazy. It goes on and on and on. And I'm just rambling now. But I think you get my point. It's so difficult to kind of comprehend what the human body is capable of. It's quite remarkable, really. So I'm going to do another video once it's all sunk in. I'm going to go through it properly with what my MRI showed, and be interesting to see what you guys say, and if you've had similar kind of stories. So I'm going to stop rambling now, but yeah, I'm finally I've had that letter, which I'm pleased about, but it hasn't really made me feel any more at ease, to be honest. Just a little bit fed up, but I know that my body is struggling, and I've got to adapt. It's been 18 months now. There's been no improvement. So for me, I kind of believe that is now my future. So how do you guys feel? Let me know.